And now we go on to question 2, which is also part of your statistics. So in this case, we have a scatter plot with the table. So question 2 goes as follows. So they say the table below shows the size in carats and the price in rands of 10 diamonds that were sold by a diamond trader. This information is also presented in the scatter plot below, which is on your graph. The least squares regression line for the data drawn. So we have our data there. So the size in carats of diamonds is your X values. The price in rands of the diamonds are your Y values. So there you have your scatter plot. So yeah, everything is there. So let's go on to the first question, which is 2.1. So if we go on to 2.1, so 2.1 says determine the equation of the least regression line for the data, which is, that is 3 marks. So you do that by using your calculator. So here I'll just make it easier for everyone who lack the skill or to get the equation. So that equation, it is y is equal to a plus bx, which is similar to a straight line equation, if you know what I mean. So now we're going to use our calculator skills to get the value of a and also get the value of b. Then we would have found the equation that they are looking for on this graph. So to make things easier, I will give you the information that you need to use to get the equation. So it's all about applying your calculator skills basically. So I'm just going to give it step by step. I believe here we have 1 up until 9 steps, but I'll try to simplify it. So step 1 would be you press mode, and then as well you press start on your calculator. And then the second step would be you choose where it says a plus bx, because remember you're looking for that equation there. And then number 3, it would be where you insert your data. So you're going to insert your data in the table. So where you insert your data on your table, so you put your y values on the you put your x values on the x side, and then you put your y values on your x side. Every time when you do that on the table, you press equal after pressing your data. So number 4, after you've done that, you're gonna press AC, which is your key on your calculator, AC. And then after that, on the 5th one, you're gonna press shift 1. Then where you choose 1, you're gonna see it says regression, which is what we are dealing with here on this question. And then on number 5, you're gonna press, sorry, not number 5 this time around, it's 6. You're gonna press, or you're gonna choose A, which is when you choose A, you get the value of A on that equation, if you remember. And then after that, you already have your data on your table. You go and press AC again, and you press AC. And then now you're gonna say on option 8, you're gonna say shift, then you say 1, and then you're gonna choose option 1, which is a regression again. And then you're gonna press on the last one, you're gonna press B, which is you're gonna get the value of B. So I did that, and then my A value was, so I'm gonna write the value of A, it was 634.38, and then my B value was found to be, okay, let's do it in small letter. it was found to be 32189.26. So that is my A value and my B value. Then your formula, then it is going to be y is equal to your A value, it's 634,38 or 38, plus our B value is 300, or not 300, but it's more than 300, it's 3,000, or it's 32,189.26x. so that would be your equation that is worth 3 marks on 2.1. so you need to apply these basic skills of your calculator. So moving on to 2.2. So 2.2 says if the trader sold a diamond that was 0.25 carats in size, predict the selling price of this diamond. So they already given you the carat, which is the size, right, which is 2.5. if you go back to your table or your graph, it says there on your graph that the size of the diamond, which is in carats, it's your X value, and then the price would be your Y value. So they're looking for the Y value, which is the price. They gave you that 0.25 as your carat size. They're looking for the selling price. So the selling price would be, you just simply use your formula that you just got. So it's going to be Y 634.38 plus 3218.26. And then in place of x we substitute this 0.25. so 0.25, then we put that in our calculator, and then we get in rands our price. It is going to be 8681.070. so that would be the price, that is 2.2. and then on 2.3, then 2.3 says calculate the average price increase per 0.05 carat of this diamond. So to get the average, you simply just say that the average is equal to B times that 0.05. and then if you remember that this B is the value of B that you have on your formula, which is, that is the value of B. So you're gonna say 32189.26 times that 0.05 that they gave you there, and then just to double check, our answer is going to be it's going to be, so the average, it's going to be 1609.463, so it's going to be 46. so that is the answer for 2.3. then 2.4, which is the last one on question 2, it's only worth 1 mark, so you use your graph to get that mark. So, and now you will be given the graph paper, but I'm assuming that you'll be using the graph that is on your question paper. So I can't really draw on the graph, but I'm gonna make a slight example that you can see how to get that answer. So it says there, it was later found that the selling price of the 0.35 carat diamond was recorded incorrectly. So when they mean that, they say the correct price is 11,500. So when this correction is made to the data set, the correlation between the size and the price of these diamonds gets stronger. Explain the reason for this by referring to the given scatter plot or to the graph. So they say they made something that is incorrect, and then they corrected the price to be 11,500. If you go to the table where it says 0.35, we can see that it's 10,000. It's not that 11,500. So to get the corrected value, which is that 11,500, so where it says 0.35, so when it says 0.35, so I'm going to make a silly sketch. So you have that line, you have the points in between, right? So where it says 0.35, this is what you're going to do. You're going to join up until you get to the line of the scatter plot, and when you go to this direction, you're going to see it's no longer 10,000, because 10,000 is below your line, right? Then that 10,000 is below, and then when you get here, it's going to be that 11,500. So where it says 0.35, it's going to be that 11,500. And then to motivate your answer then for that question, because they say explain the reason for this referring to the graph, which is what we've just dealt with. So you're going to say that this point, which is 0.35 and 11,500, is said to be closer to the graph or to your line. And that is how you would explain that incorrection to that correct value, which is 11,500. And that question 2.4 is just 1 mark, where you just tell them that value, you get that value because it is closer to the graph or to the line of this scatter plot. And that is the end of question 2.